Hey guys, it's 11:30, so I think that's okay. My phone just told me to rotate my device. I hope I'm recording right now. I think it is. So it's 11:30. It's time for my signature Monday Powerflow class. This is as a Powerflow class. It's pretty intense. If you're brand new to yoga, I don't recommend this practice. If you're somebody who likes an intense practice, someone who likes to sweat, maybe cry a little bit during yoga, this is something for you. Remember to take breaks. Nobody's watching you. So do take breaks, walk around, drink water. Child's pose is great for these types of practices. Yeah, no pressure to push all the way through, especially since we're going through a lot of stuff in the world right now. Be gentle with yourselves. Don't push. Yeah, don't be a hero. What's the point? Yeah, nobody's looking, nobody's competing with you. Yoga is not a competition. At least not for me. Yeah. So let's start at the top of our mats in mountain pose. So big toes together, heels separated just 1 inch, and that gives room for our butts. One of the advantages to teaching in my own studio is that I get to say butt, so that's fantastic. Unlocking those knees and pressing our thighs together, internally rotating those thighs for those of you who know what that means. Our shoulders are rotated up, back, and down. Palms are forward to stimulate circulation. Belly is in, the tail is slightly tucked. Let's lift that chest, lift the ribs a little further away from the pelvis. Tongue is pressed to the roof of our mouths to where the teeth meet skin. Holding here, ears aligned over our shoulders as we slow our breathing. One more breath. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, reaching forward. Inhale, swinging down, back and up to salute. Exhale as we forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway up to jackknife. Planting both hands into the floor. Take your feet back to high plank. Lowering into your elbows for low plank. Come to upward facing dog, stretching the belly. Pull with your toes, downward facing dog. Holding here as we unlock those knees, driving our heels into the mat. Arches are relaxed. Push out of your wrists. Lift belly button to the spine. Ears are in line with arms. Lengthen the neck. Inhale, gaze out between your thumbs. Exhale, let's take both feet forward, allowing big toes to touch. Lifting torso halfway up to jackknife. Folding all the way down, give legs a big hug. Opening arms wide, come up to salute. Exhale as we fold. Again, sun salutation A. Lifting halfway up. Plant those hands. Let's take the feet back, high to low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog to stretch the belly. Pull with your toes, downward facing dog. Ears are in line with shoulders, in line with arms. Reach armpits towards the mat. Unlock your knees, keep breathing. Inhale, gazing out between our thumbs. Exhale, feet forward. Inhale, lifting torso halfway up. Exhale, fold and hug. Inhale, come up to salute. One more time, sun salutation A as we dive. Lifting halfway up, lengthen. Plant those hands, let's take it back to vinyasa. High to low. Inhaling up, exhale down. Push out of your wrists. Armpits are reaching for the mat. Belly is lifted to the spine. Unlock your knees. Tuck the tail. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and hug. Inhale, coming up to salute. And let's recover our mountain, resetting the body. Tucking the tail, unlocking those knees. Lifting our ribs away from the pelvis. Proud chest. Shoulders are up, back, and down. Ears are over our shoulders. Chin away from chest. The palms are forward. Fingers are spread wide. One more deep breath here. Lifting toes off the mat. Let's send weight into our heels. Deep bend in those knees as we sweep the floor. Bringing hands to heart center. Those knees are over our ankles. Holding here, tuck the tail to protect your lower back. That belly is in. Option to stay here or extend your arms, one or both in line with your ears. Keep those knees over your ankles so as not to compromise those joints. Keep the tail tucked. We're holding here, thinking about how much we love chair pose, how we could just hold it here and watch an entire Netflix series. Deep breath in as we reach a little further. Exhale, open those arms, collapse hips to heels. Inhale, lengthen legs. Exhale, take the feet back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adding on for your warrior two, right leg lifts to a three-legged dog. Step it forward, drop the back heel. Torso lifts, reach for the sky, warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Back arm comes up and around, windmilling to the floor. Step right foot back, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, stretch the belly. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, step it forward. Drop the back heel for balance. Torso lifts, reach for the sky. Open out, warrior two. Back arm comes up and around. Step it back, vinyasa. High to low. Upward facing. Downward facing. Holding here, pushing out of those wrists. Option to stay in your downward facing dog or drop your knees. Take forehead to the floor. Reaching arms overhead, rest. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, feet forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and hug. Coming to chair. One more time, sun salutation B. Open the arms, collapse. Lengthening. Take the feet back. High to low plank. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Right leg lifts to a three-legged dog. We sweep the leg forward, drop the back heel. Come up, warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Back arm comes up and around. Step it back, vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left leg lifts. Step it forward. Drop that back heel. Torso lifts, warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Windmilling that back arm over and around. Step it back. Vinyasa, high to low. Up and down. Holding here or drop the knees, resting in child's pose. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, feet forward. Inhale to jackknife. Exhale, forward fold. Opening arms wide, let's come up to salute. Finishing off our sun salutations. Palms forward, the chest is lifted. Holding here for 5 deep breaths as we catch our breath. So we reset our alignment. That belly is in, the tail is tucked. Knees are unlocked, thighs are pressed together, toes are spread wide. Let's turn those palms forward. Ears are over the shoulders. Crown of head is reaching and growing. One more deep breath in. Exhale, reach. Inhale, sweep to salute. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway up. Let's take it back into vinyasa. High to low. Up and down. Coming out to our high plank, let's set this pose. Ankles are separated hip width apart. Wrists are separated shoulder width apart. And here I'm actively pressing out of the floor. Driving weight into my heels to straighten my legs. Belly is lifted, tail is tucked. Keep breathing. Ears are in line with your shoulders, chin away from chest. One more deep breath in. Let's lower into those elbows for low plank. Hovering the hips, you can drop the knees here. We can come to an elbow plank and drop the knees, or hover those knees, whatever you're doing, keep your hips up. Chin away from chest. Deep breath in. And release. Coming to those forearms. Zipping the legs together. Lifting belly away from the floor. Ears are in line with our shoulders. The crown of head is reaching towards upward diagonal. Holding here for Sphinx. Option to separate your hands, lift elbows off the mat for Cobra. Or take it to upward facing dog. Hands are close to those hips and we lift up. Knees are on the floor, tops of our feet are on the floor. Send your chest forward. No wrinkles in the back of the neck here. Deep breath in. Pull with those toes, downward facing dog. Push out of your wrists, armpits are reaching for the floor. Right hand reaches across to opposite ankle. Gazing underneath, left armpit. Shoulders away from ears, belly button is to the spine here. Deep breath in, twist deeper. Exhale, release to a downward facing dog. Drop both elbows, lace fingers together, coming to dolphin. That belly is lifted, push with your elbows. Push the mat towards the front of the room. If this is too much, it's okay to drop the knees. Extend your arms forward, take chest to the floor for extended puppy. Meeting in dolphin. Fingers are laced. We come up onto our feet. Let's separate our hands, forearms to parallel lines, pushing into our palms evenly. We'll lift the elbows up simultaneously, lifting up once. Let's drop those elbows back down. Lifting up second time. Drop the elbows back down once more, lifting up our third time. Let's push into a nice deep downward facing dog. Take left hand across to the opposite elbow. Hi, Ruby. Gazing underneath our right armpit. What?
In the mat.
You need a mat? They're in the closet over there, baby. Twisting a little deeper. And release. Let's come back through our downward facing dog. Armpits are reaching for the floor. Right leg lifts to a three-legged dog. Reaching through that heel. Deep breath in. Exhale. We sweep right leg forward. Dropping back heel to a 45-degree angle. Let's lift the torso up. Reaching our arms in line with our ears. Ears are over the shoulders. That front hip is retracted so that we can square up with the front edge of our mat. Option to lift your back heel to challenge your balance. Retucking the tail here. Internally rotating those thighs. Back leg is straight. Option to take chin to the sky. Adding another balance challenge. Shoulders are down. Deep breath in, reach higher. Exhale, let's open out warrior two. Back foot is at 90 degrees. Front thigh is parallel to the floor if you can get it. We lean our head back and rotate chin to our front shoulder. Gazes over middle finger of our front hand. Sinking a little deeper on an inhale. Turn that front palm up. Support your head as we slide down the back leg for peaceful warrior. The belly is in. Deep lunge in our front knee. Keep that back hip down. It's going to want to ride up on you. Shoulders are away from ears. The neck is long here. Lifting top elbow even higher as we sink deeper into that front knee. And release warrior three. Let's float everything over that front foot. Hands to heart center. Flexing the flying foot, point those toes down. The flying hip is also looking down. If and when you're ready, extend your arms overhead towards the front of the room. I'm using blocks. Not feeling super balanced today.
I'm feeling 100% balanced.
You're feeling 100% balanced? That's great. Give me some of your balance.
No.
Okay. Deep breath in as we reach through that flying heel. Release it down to vinyasa. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Other side. Left leg lifts to a three-legged dog. We reach and stretch. Sweep it forward. Drop the back heel to 45. Let's lift that torso up. Retracting our front hip. Lengthening the spine, tucking the tail. Ears are over our shoulders. Our arms extend. Fingers spread wide. Palms are facing each other. Lift the back heel to challenge your balance. Keep that core strong here. Lift chin to sky. Add an additional balance challenge. Shoulders are down. Reaching those hands higher. Deep breath in. Exhale. Expand your stride. Open up warrior two. Back foot is at 90. Front thighs parallel to the floor. Squaring our hips and chest to the side of the mat. Gazing over middle finger of our front hand.
I'm pretending the airplane.
You are an airplane. Sinking deeper. That front palm turns up. Support your head. Let's slide down the back leg for peaceful warrior. Just a soft touch in this back hand. Keep the back hip pressed down.
Is there gonna be any we can do
Deep breath in.
we can do lay down.
And release. Yes, let's go to warrior three.
I'm gonna wait for a lay down.
Okay, flying that back leg with a firm flex in the foot. Toes are down, the hip is down. Using our blocks for balance or hands to heart center. Maybe you're feeling really balanced. You can extend those arms in line with your ears towards the front of the room.
I'm gonna eat apple until until it ends.
Deep breath in, reaching through that flying heel. And release to vinyasa. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, big sweep forward. Let's come out to our warrior two, bringing in our blocks. One to the inside of our front foot, one 18 inches in front of our front foot and in line with your pinky toe. We're going to use that one a little later. Our stride is wide, in our warrior two, so pretty wide. We'll go ahead and sink into that warrior two. One block on the inside of our front foot. Front hand to that inside block. Back arm is going to reach along your diagonal. So the line that's begun by your leg, continued by your spine, is going to be continued again by your arm. Sinking those hips. Press your pelvis forward as you lean that torso back. Slight rotation of the chest towards the ceiling. Gazing up at top thumb. Option to do full half or full bind here. Keep breathing. Deep breath in. And exhale, release. Coming back up through warrior two. Straighten the front knee. Keep that front knee unlocked as we take both hips towards the back edge of the mat, ribs towards the front edge, descending right hand to that inside block, back arm towards the ceiling. Front knee stays unlocked. Pressing the pelvis forward and leaning the torso back. Let's take eyes up towards the ceiling. Those inner thighs are pressing towards each other. The glutes are engaged. Option to bat away that bottom block. To challenge your balance. To strengthen the core. Deep breath in, lean back, press the pelvis forward. Exhale, release. We're going to soften that front knee. Land our front block. The one that's 18 inches away from your front foot. Let's fly the back leg. Our eyes are down at our grounded block. Firm flex in the flying foot. Point those toes forward. Option to extend your top arm towards the sky. If a 5-year-old isn't tickling your foot, you may have more of a chance than I do. Deep breath in and exhale. exhale. Let's release that back foot down to a short stride and a 45-degree angle. Left hand to a block. Our stride is really short here, like shorter than a warrior one, about the length of the width of your mat. So right hand to your block, and it's slightly in front of your front foot. The opposite hand grabs the tail of my shirt. Pressing into my block, I'm going to twist, stacking my shoulder blades over that block. Chin to top shoulder. Option to take right arm, my top arm, towards the sky. If that bothers your neck at all, guys, take the hand back down. Both heels are on the mat. Retract your front hip to make room for this twist. Twisting deeper, flatten out that spine. And release. Back knee to the floor. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Left shoulder opens. We twist over our front knee, hands to prayer. Gazing up at top elbow. Draw your belly in, make room for this twist. Option to lift the back knee when you're ready.
There's makeup right here too. And right here.
Twisting deeper. And release to vinyasa.
I'm pyro walking.
Left leg lifts.
No.
Let's come out to warrior two on this side.
I'm pyro walking.
And bring in your blocks, one to the inside of your front foot. One stays 18 inches in front of your front foot, in line with pinky toe. Let's open out. Staying in our deep lunge in that front knee, we take the same hand to the inside block. Back arm reaches along our ear. Sinking hips in line with your front knee. Gazing up at top thumb. Slight rotation of the chest towards the sky here. Keep pressing that pelvis forward, leaning the torso back. An option to go into your half bind, maybe full bind, but your shoulders are feeling open today. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Coming back up through your warrior two, straighten the front knee. Hips slide towards the back edge of the mat. Ribs slide towards the front edge as we descend to our block. Back arm reaches for the sky. Pelvis presses forward, the torso leans back. Option to bat away your block to hover your triangle. Thighs are pressing towards each other, the glutes are active. Holding head away from the floor, strengthen your neck. Pressing pelvis forward, deep breath in. And release. Let's soften that front knee. Tilt, land your front block. It should be 18 inches in front of your front foot, in line with pinky toe. Firmly flex that flying foot. Point your toes forward towards the wall in front of you. Engage the glutes to support the leg. Option to fly your top arm towards the sky. Deep breath in. And release back foot down to a short stride and a 45-degree angle. Both heels are on the ground. Let's take right hand to our block, slightly in front of our front foot. Opposite hand grabs the tail of your shirt. Retract your front hip to pull you into this twist. Stack shoulder blades over that front hand. Keep pulling left hip back here to make room for your twist. If this feels okay in your neck, and a lot of us, it won't. If it feels all right, take left hand to the sky. If you get there and it feels weird, take that hand down. We don't want to cause any spasms or knots in the neck. Twisting deeper. And release. Let's drop back knee to the floor. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Right shoulder opens. Big twist towards that front knee. Hands to prayer. Twisting prayer to the center of chest. Gazing up at top elbow. Draw that belly in. Make room for your leg. Holding here, it's okay. Stay here, work your twist, or press into the ball of that back foot, lift the back knee. Prioritize your twist over the balance challenge. Twisting deeper, release, let's go to Vinyasa.
Under you.
Okay, you climb under me. Right leg lifts. Let's take a big step forward. And come up. Feet are wide. Let's turn our toes out to 45. Sitting in so that our thighs are parallel to the floor. It's okay to be a little higher. Try not to be lower. Our wrists are going to go to our knees, palms are forward, and our hands are helping to push our knees backwards, pressing into the outer edges of your feet for goddess pose. Option to bring hands to heart center or arms in line with your ears, wherever you're feeling it today. I'm going to keep my hands low, pressing in the outer edges of my feet, maybe lifting big toe off the floor. Shoulders are up, back and down. Deep breath in. Exhale, back up to standing. Feet come to parallel. 5-year-old pops out between your legs. You know, like you do. Feet are parallel, my feet are still wide. Inhale, my arms up. Exhale, hands behind my legs to help guide my thigh muscles in between my legs, then back to my calves, stopping at my ankles or big toes. Use your arms, bend your elbows, pull torso through those thighs. Flatten the back, lift shoulders away from your ears. Send weight forward to the balls of your feet. Deep breath in, shift a little further forward. Let's bend both knees, gently round up. Head is the last to lift. Staying up, take arms behind. Oh, baby, are you okay? Yeah. Let's take our arms behind our back. So lacing fingers together, opening the chest here, reach for the floor. Lifting up, let your shoulder blades slide together, let the chest open. Want to keep the torso high here. Keep lifting those hands towards the ceiling. Let your shoulder blades slide together, the chest open a little bit more with each breath.
Auto.
Inhale, gaze up. Exhale as we fold. Take those clasp hands with you. Shoulders are lifted away from the ears. Flatten your back and shift your weight forward. Deep breath in. Release hands to the floor. Deep bend in the knees as you round up. Let's sit over our left foot, flexing the right foot. We're going to send both hands forward for balance. So firm flex in the foot of the extended leg. If you're having a hard time balancing, you can bring a block in. Let's see. You can bring a block in to sit on. It'll help you to balance and give you a chance to get deeper into this position without having to worry about falling over. My bent knee is away from my midline. So if I extend my arms forward, this knee is away from my midline. Yeah, so I'm opening my hips here. That foot, the foot that coordinates with the bent knee, is turned out to 45 degrees. The foot of the leg, of the extended leg, is firmly flexed. Those toes are pointed up. This leg is pressing into the floor. The bent knee is pressing away from my midline. Hands to heart center. The chest is lifted, the belly is in. One more breath. Deep breath in. And release. Let's switch sides. Coming to seated over our right heel, flexing the left. I'm bringing my block to have a seat on so that I can focus on opening my hips without the distraction of the balance challenge. Flex the foot of the extended leg. Send that bent knee away from your midline. Hands to heart center. Lift the chest. Ears are over my shoulders. Breathing. Deep breath in. And release, bringing both heels in for garland pose. Here, we can bring I don't know if you can. We're gonna bring heels in, and they're a good width apart, like over a foot apart. My toes are turned out to the 45.
Sit on it.
If you're having a difficult time getting those heels down, cheat your ankles further apart, or come to seated on a block. That's okay as well. Sending the hands forward, let's send our knees further back here. Hinging them a little further back, a little further back. And then if you can, let's walk those hands in. Bringing hands to heart center. Prayer down to push those knees open. Belly is in, the tail is tucked. Lift your chest. Deep breath in. And release. Turn feet to parallel. Let's take our tail up. Maintain a deep bend in the knees here. Grab opposite elbows and let your torso hang. Ears are in line with shoulders, chin away from chest here. Deep breath in. And gently round up. Let's windmill towards the top of our mat. Take the feet back, vinyasa. Left leg lifts. Let's take a big step forward. Coming up. Jump feet together. I'm going to turn to face you for these balance postures. Let's bring in one block to help us out. going to adjust the camera a little bit so you can see what my feet are doing here. So we'll take a block, let's see, to the outside of our left foot for when we get there, yeah? So let's bring our right foot in to kickstand. I'm going to lift out of the standing hip because you're not waiting for the bus because COVID-19 is going around and you shouldn't be outside. So let's lift out of the standing hip. This bent knee is sending back. When you're ready, climb the tree up to the calf. Avoid your knee joint here. We don't want to compromise it. Coming to the inner thigh, if that feels okay to you today. Hands to heart center if you're ready. And if your branches are feeling good, go ahead and grow them overhead. Deep breath in and release it down. Still standing over that left leg, I'm going to soften the knee. Opposite leg extends out to the side. That same arm is going to extend forward. Let's take our extended leg, wrap it over, find your block. Sink in. So our legs are crossed and squeezing together. My free hand is going to wrap over. My hands come to prayer, holding here in eagle. Sinking deeper. And spring it out. Other side. Taking block to the outside of my opposite foot, my right foot. And setting up for our tree, lifting out of that standing hip. Long, strong standing leg. Climbing the tree. Sending that bent knee away from us. Hands to heart center. Maybe growing the branches. If it's not too windy out, your blossoms aren't falling off. Deep breath in and release. Soften our standing leg. Let's extend that left leg out to our side. Same arm extends forward. My free leg is going to wrap over, find the block, sink in to a cross-legged position as if I'm sitting at a desk and crossing my legs. My free arm, the one that coordinates with my bottom leg, is going to wrap over. My hands come to prayer. Elbows are lifted. My chest lifts up to my elbows. My hips sink down, holding here for eagle. Deep breath in, sink deeper. Let's bring it out. Balanced flow. Standing over left foot, so that's the one that just crossed over. I'm going to rest that leg. I'm going to stand over it. Right leg is active. For our balance flow, let's catch the right knee, transfer to big toe, extend the leg long, open the hips, close them up, float the leg, swing it back to warrior three, release, reset. I'm super unbalanced today. It's okay if you are too. Catch the knee, big toe, extend, open, close, float the leg, warrior three, reset. Going back to our right foot, catching the knee, big toe, extend, open, close, float the leg, warrior three. Reset. Catch, big toe, extend, open, close, float the leg, warrior three, release. Last vinyasa. Coming out to all fours for our side plank series. Those of you who know the side plank series from full form and want to go there today, feel free. I'm going to lead it from the modified table form. Sorry, I'm trying to decide which angle is best for you guys. I'm going to go straight from here. So my right foot is going to leave the mat. Weight goes into my right hand. My left leg extends. Left arm reaches for the sky. Lifting waist away from the floor. Chin to top shoulder. Belly is in, the glutes are engaged. If both legs are extended, guys, that top leg is in front. Find the edges of your feet to balance on. Holding here, keep breathing. Push out of your bottom arm. Deep breath in. Let's fly this top leg. Bend the flying knee. Plant the foot behind you. Flying arm runs along your cheek as we lift hips and chest towards the ceiling. Modified wild thing. Breathe. Resist dropping your head all the way back. Deep breath in, lifting the chest higher. Exhale, release. Take a child's pose. Work out the lower back a little bit. Treat yourselves. Coming back up to all fours. For the other side, left foot leaves the mat, so we just place the foot on to the floor, flat on the floor, weight into your left hand. Extend the opposite leg. We reach right arm towards the sky. Lift your waist away from the floor rather than sagging down. If both legs are extended, guys, take that top foot in front. Balance on the edges rather than the flats of your feet. Chin to top shoulder. Hold your head up away from the floor. So we're not sagging here, we're lifting here. Deep breath in as we lift the top leg. Bend the flying knee, plant that foot flat behind you. Lift chest and hips towards the ceiling. Flying arm reaches along your cheek. Keep your head lifted. Deep breath in. And release. Come to child's pose for a couple of breaths. And coming to seated for reverse table. Feet in front of us, separated hip width apart. And that's about the width of a block, the widest width of a block. Or if you don't have a block, measure with 2 fists. So wider than 2 fists, not wider than 3. Hands behind us, and those fingers are pointing towards your hips in order to properly align your elbows and wrists and shoulders for this pose. So hands are towards your hips. Slide the shoulder blades together. Let the bones of your shoulder blades support you here. So you're not using all muscle, which makes it much harder. Shoulder blades slide together and your chest automatically lifts because of those bones. Yeah. Chest stays up, chin away from chest. Let's press into those feet. Lift your hips up. If you're good here, your chest is high, your hips are high, you're feeling pretty comfortable, an option to extend your legs to a reverse plank. And if you get there and you're like, nope, not today, that's okay. Bend your knees. Keep it in a reverse table position. That belly is down, the hips are high, the chest is high. Lifting hips higher for 3, for 2, for 1. Release it down. Let's come to boat. Who doesn't love a good boat? Shins are parallel to the floor. Our spine is at a diagonal here. Let your neck and head continue that line of the diagonal. Yeah, can you see it? So my head is not here. My head is leaning back with my spine. Let your shoulders fall back. Maybe let go with your hands. Straighten the legs or even open boat. Keep the shoulders back, the head tilted. Lifting the chest higher for 3, for 2, for 1. Release to bound angle. Bottoms of feet together. We draw our heels in. Lift the chest. Right wrist to right knee. Left arm reaches. Big sweep. Plant just your fingertips. Lift chest away from the pressed knee, the active knee. Shifting weight forward onto your sits bones, off of the pubic bone. Activate your thighs, pressing knees into the floor. Twisting deeper. And release. Other side. Left wrist to left knee. Right arm reaches forward. Big sweep to the fingertips. Lift chest away from the activated knee. Twisting deeper and release. Take our hands onto our knees, lift the chest. Keep the front of our torso really long here as we lean forward. Don't round your back. Keep your throat open, throat open, throat open. Keep breathing. Leaning forward. Deep breath in and release. Right foot goes over the left knee. Let's extend that bottom leg out. Opposite arm is at our top knee. So my right knee is on top. Left shoulder opens. Twist over the knee. Grabbing my nearest hip. Soft touching those back fingers. Belly is in to make room for this twist. Chin to back shoulder. Firm flex in the foot of the extended leg. Breathing, keeping that belly tight. Just a soft touch in your back fingers. Twisting the chest, the shoulders, the upper back, not just the lower back. Twisting deeper and release. Let's go to the other side. Left foot goes over. Firm flex in the bottom foot. My bent knee is my left knee, so I'm going to take my right elbow over. Grab the nearest hip. Soft touch in my back fingers. The belly is in. Make room for your leg. Twist at your shoulders, at your rib cage. Chin to back shoulder. Keep breathing, guys. I know it's hard when you're in a twist. Be mindful of it. Slow it down. Release the twist if it's hard to breathe. Inch away. Twisting deeper. And release. Let's go for an inversion. We're going to go for 2 today. The first of which is a bridge pose. I'll lead you through 2 bridges just for timing. It's up to you guys what you want to do. Normally in Monday Powerflow, we do bridge, shoulder stand. Some of you opt to do tripods and headstands. We hold them for about 28 seconds. So at home, because I can't monitor you, please be safe in your inversions. Use walls, use props. I will let you know when the first inversion time is over and when the second inversion time is over, just for your own timing. If you want to hold your inversion straight through for a minute, do it. Just be safe. Yeah. So I'll talk you through bridge. We're going to lie back. Heels are close to our hips, close enough for my fingers to touch my heels. Palms are down, arms are next to my sides. Pressing into my feet, palms, shoulders, and the back of my head. Lift those hips up. Cheek, shoulder blades together, lace fingers together. Lifting my chest towards the back of my mat, reaching my knees towards the front of my mat. I'm going for a rainbow curve in my spine. Lift chin away from chest. Swallow to relax jaw and throat. Keep breathing. Press into those heels. Reach through your knees. Keep breathing. Lifting the pelvis higher for 3, for 2, for 1, and release it down. Let's give the legs a hug. Second set. Feet are on the floor. Heels are close enough to touch. Palms are down. Pressing into feet. Shoulders in the back of head. Let's lift up. Cheek, shoulder blades together. Lace fingers together. Knees reach forward. Thighs are parallel. Chin away from chest. Swallow. Breathe. Deep breath in, lifting the pelvis higher for 3, for 2, for 1, and release it down. Let's come to happy baby, taking the inside arches of your feet, let knees fall to the outsides of the rib cage. Rocking side to side if it feels good. Let's collect our knees, Give them a hug. Opening arms to a T. Drop both knees to your right side. Coming through center, switching sides. Coming back through center. Give legs a hug. Roll up and over into a child's pose. Sitting back onto heels with hands to heart center. Be present. Namaste. Have a great Monday, guys. Thank you so much for showing up and practicing with me. I hope to record this practice properly. Hopefully I don't accidentally delete it, and it will be saved to my YouTube channel, and I'll attach a link here so that you can go back and practice this regularly instead of going out into the world and spreading COVID-19. Please don't do that. There's also my signature Wednesday practice that you can do as well. Do lots of yoga, and then someday we'll be able to see each other in person and do yoga and add on to our series and be very happy and kiss and hug and sweat on each other. Until then, I'll keep bringing classes to you, and hopefully you'll keep enjoying them with me. Mwah. Thank you, guys.